What does the rematch look like between Lamont and Gervonta, you think?
I like Lamont in the rematch.
You were one of the few that kind of picked Lamont to begin with. Why was that?
I sparred with Lamont. I knew that he was a good fighter. He helped me get ready for the Oscar Valdez fight. And I knew his style with Tank style, what he was going to be able to bring to the table. I knew it. So,
did you really win 20 rounds?
I swear to God.
8, 7, power, 6, 5, power, 4, power, 3, 2, one more. Good, keep the head. Roll under the bed. Good job.
That lawnmower, that's that. Start that.
Gervonta Davis has just released a crazy training video that has gotten the whole boxing community talking, including Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson was shown the footage during an interview, and he couldn't help but express his shock. Wow, man is trying to be as serious as ever in this fight. He knows Lamont is coming for him, and he's doing his best. In fact, Shakur Stevenson wasn't only shocked, he had to change his prediction for the fight after seeing Gervonta Davis's footage.
Get the fuck out of here.
God, on my daughter's life, I won that much money.
How different does a rematch look in your opinion, Shakur? What adjustments do you think we see from both?
Huh?
What adjustments do we see from both in a rematch?
I think I can't tell you game plans. I could be fighting these guys, so I'm gonna keep my secrets to myself. But truthfully, they both good fighters.
Do you think it's a lot different rematch, or do you think it'll be close again?
It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
How did you see Tank in that fight? A lot of people are saying maybe he's just mentally not there. What did you see?
Yeah, seeing how hard Tank is going, I think they both stand an equal chance to win. Lamont is a dog and Tank is too. So whoever turns up best wins, I think. But it'll always be a close fight. This was after he had earlier said that Lamont was going to emerge victorious in their rematch. A fan commented on Shakur Stevenson's shock, saying, "That's the same way you'll be shocked when Tank does the ultimate damage on you." Another added, "I'm not surprised this guy is doubting Tank, but I can assure you that Gervonta Davis will deal with Shakur Stevenson when it's time. Roach was just lucky in the first match. That will never happen."
How did you see Tank in that fight? A lot of people are saying maybe he's just mentally not there. What did you see?
Nah, he was the same Tank. I don't believe that. I don't got no thought in my brain that makes me think that he wasn't the person he been all of these other fights. I think he was the same person. All this stuff that he going through stuff. I mean, everybody go through stuff. So he's the same fighter. He's gonna be.
Boxing fans had hoped that a victory for World Boxing Association lightweight champion Davis may have set up a future unification showdown against World Boxing Council champion Stevenson later this year. It certainly didn't transpire that way, though, as Davis was held to a controversial draw against Roach, with a main talking point coming in the 9th round. Tank shocked those watching when he voluntarily opted to take a knee and retreat to his corner. But the referee opted not to count it as a knockdown. The fight went the full 12-round distance and ended with the judges scoring it 115-113 Davis and 114-114 twice, meaning it ended in a majority decision draw, though Roach would have won if the knockdown had been scored. You got your eye on Tank.
What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fighting?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. And he called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
We got the rematch announced today with him and Lamont REMATCH. I think
they announced it today?
So what do you think, considering you would?
Stevenson has now offered his verdict on the result on social media, stating that it went how he expected it to. My ticket hit tonight for the people that don't know anything about boxing, and the fight went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Stevenson also revealed that he wouldn't be criticizing Tank for his performance, despite Davis poking fun at Shakur's victory over Josh Padley last weekend, is even going to troll on dude like he would do me. But I'm still ready and willing to fight. Let's make it happen.
We got the rematch announced today with him and Lamont.
Oh, they announced it today?
Today. So what do you think, considering you were one of the handful of people to pick Lamont Roach, giving him a tough fight?
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on.
Davis revealed in his post-fight interview that he would like an immediate rematch with Roach, meaning that a potential fight between Tank and Stevenson may not happen anytime soon. Davis's rival Shakur Stevenson also said on X a short time ago, "And if Lamont can't get a rematch, I got a big fight for him and a world title shot against me. That's my bro, but we definitely can make something happen." Good stuff. Roach. Earlier this week, the news that many boxing fans had been waiting for finally dropped as the highly anticipated rematch between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach was finalized for August 16th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Fight between these two top-tier fighters ended in a majority draw. There is a ton of intrigue about how this rematch will play out. Davis taking a knee in the middle of the 9th round, which was incorrectly not ruled a knockdown, seems indicative that he wasn't in the right headspace to fight Roach, and some believe that if he enters this rematch fully focused, Tank can finish his foe before the final bell. One boxer who will be keeping a close eye on this rematch is undefeated World Boxing Council lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson, as he could be fighting the winner of Davis versus Roach too.
Oh man, that's a good fight. That's a real good fight. I would love to see that. That'd be a scrappy fight.
Hey, give me how you compare the styles.
I got Shushu boxing a little bit more than Roach, but Roach can box, but
Stevenson has a long history of beef with Tank Davis, and during a May 16th interview with Fight Hub TV, he sent a blunt message to Davis about how she should handle this rematch. "I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont," Stevenson said when asked about how Davis could fare in this rematch. "I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left for Davis, so he better be on his game." While Davis has been silent since his March 1st fight against Roach, perhaps this means that he's already locking in for the rematch.
I can't go with the winner right there. You know what I'm saying? We got to give Lamont Roach credit right now, because we just compared him to two of the top welterweights. I mean, junior welterweight, junior lightweight fighters.
Roach Jr. came into the fight as a massive underdog with zero support for his win. Everyone thought Davis would run him down like Flash chasing a turtle. However, in one of the biggest twists in recent boxing history, the WBA super featherweight champion matched Davis's skills, power, and durability instead of the predicted Davis win. The fight ended with a majority draw. Shakur Stevenson seems so sure of Lamont Roach's abilities that he placed a bet on the fight going 12 rounds and won.
Lamont was on point.
Why you think that is, though? Because usually we know Tank is the guy that, he'll fight, he'll walk you down. We seen what he did to Frank Martin, we seen what he did to, I would say, Rolly and Ryan. He boxed more, caught them in counters, but we seen him walk a lot of guys down. Mario Barrios. Why you think it went like that in terms of the fighting?
Because I feel as though Tank didn't understand or realize how good Lamont was, so he kind of was sleeping on him. And I felt as though Lamont was catching him when he was unexpected.
He was so confident that despite his rivalry with Gervonta Davis, he went to see the match on the night at the Barclays Center. Well, you can say thank you to his knowledge of Lamont Roach while they were at the amateurs. But we've seen several great amateur talents become a shadow of themselves as professionals. Interestingly, Lamont Roach isn't one of them, and Shakur Stevenson attested to that. Stevenson, who has been chasing a unification bout with Davis, told Cigar Talk that he feels the challenger won.
But I feel like when he was boxing boring, he was more so in control. That's when he was kind of like in control of the fight for me. And when he kind of like tried to fight, I felt like Lamont was on point.
Why you think that is, though? Because usually we know Tank is the guy that, he'll fight, he'll walk you down. We seen what he did to Frank Martin, we seen what he did to I would say, well, Rolly and Ryan, he boxed more and caught them in counters, but we seen him walk a lot of guys down.
Asked if his foe was hurt in the fight, Shakur had no doubt hell yeah, for sure matter of fact. There was a point in the fight when Tank threw a left hand, he caught Lamont, and Lamont threw right back, and he wobbled Tank. Tank felt his power many. Boxing fans would agree that the lightweight division is the most compelling weight class in the entire sport. Right now, not only are some of the world's best pound-for-pound boxers in that weight division, but several larger-than-life personalities and superstars also preside in lightweight too. Such stars are Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. These two undefeated fighters have been circling each.
You think he got hurt in the fight?
Hell yeah, for sure. Matter of fact, it was a part of the fight where Tank threw a left hand, he caught Lamont. And Lamont, as he was throwing his left hand, he kind of got hit, but he threw right back.
Yeah,
and he wobbled Tank. And, Tank felt his power.
So, all right, based on that fight, like, you know, obviously, you versus Tank is, everybody been saying they want to see it. We don't know if it's ever going to happen, whatever the case is, but based on that fight, obviously, you've been saying you think you're going to win, but based on that.
Asked if his foe was hurt in the fight, Shakur had no doubt hell yeah, for sure matter of fact. There was a point in the fight when Tank threw a left hand, he caught Lamont, and Lamont threw right back, and he wobbled Tank. Tank felt his power many. Boxing fans would agree that the lightweight division is the most compelling weight class in the entire sport. Right now, not only are some of the world's best pound-for-pound boxers in that weight division, but several larger-than-life personalities and superstars also preside in lightweight too. Such stars are Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. These two undefeated fighters have been circling each.
That fight, obviously, you've been saying you think you're going to win, but based on that fight, what do you see if you was in there?
I can't give out no game plans. I know that I'm the best boxer on the planet, and none of these guys could beat me. And I'm gonna keep saying that, and that's how I feel. But as far as the fight, if he wants to fight me, we can get it done. We can do that next. But if he don't want to fight me, I can go fight Lamont, and I can show the difference between me and him.
Hopefully Davis and Stevenson will eventually fight so fans can get a definitive answer to which one should be ahead of the other in lightweight rankings. Gervonta Tank Davis sustained the first blemish on his professional record, settling for an unpopular draw on Saturday night here at Barclays Center. One judge scored the fight for Davis at 115-113, while the other two had it 114-114, even resulting in a majority draw. The crowd, which was a reported 19,250, lustily booed the decision.
If he wants to fight me, we can get it done. We can do that next. But if he don't want to fight me, I can go fight Lamont, and I can show the difference between me and him. And Lamont may think differently too. He may feel as though, you know, when he getting there with me, that he gonna beat me or do the same that he did tonight with me. And let's see. I think it'll make for an intriguing matchup, and it'll be a hell of a fight.
Do you think he'll ever fight you?
Lamont or Tank?
Nah, Tank.
Yeah, I think he don't got no choice. I think that.
Hopefully Davis and Stevenson will eventually fight so fans can get a definitive answer to which one should be ahead of the other in lightweight rankings. Gervonta Tank Davis sustained the first blemish on his professional record, settling for an unpopular draw on Saturday night here at Barclays Center. One judge scored the fight for Davis at 115-113, while the other two had it 114-114, even resulting in a majority draw. The crowd, which was a reported 19,250, lustily booed the decision.
I could have stopped him. It's me. Definitely my fault.
With the draw, Davis 3001 retained his WBA lightweight title, while Roach January 2nd, 25 earned a significant amount of esteem, even if he didn't become a two-division champion on this night. I'm a little disappointed in the decision. I thought I pulled it out, said Roach, whose World Boxing Association junior lightweight title wasn't at stake. That's what two skilled fighters do, go in there and show off their craft. I definitely thought I won, but we can run it back. Davis too thought he should have won. I think I pulled it out in the last 3 rounds for sure, he said too.
to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the motherfucking bills. I've been telling you.
Was catching him with some clean shots. I felt I was breaking him down as the rounds were going on. But he kept coming, so I didn't want to make mistakes, and I kept it cautious. Combox Stats told the story of the 29-year-old Roach outworking Davis over the 12-round distance, with Roach landing 112 of 400 total punches, while Davis landed 103 of his 279 attempts. Davis had a slight edge in power, Connects landing 93 of 210 attempts, while Roach landed 87 of 252 attempts. The most consequential sequence of the fight wasn't any punch, but rather a decision by referee Steve Willis. Seconds into round 7, Davis took a knee after absorbing a jab from Roach, then ran over to the corner. Have a corner man wipe his face in action that he later explained was because he had chemicals from his hair dripping into his face.
It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Because I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up. And
Willis began to count a knockdown, reaching 2 before changing his mind and allowing Davis to be illegally tended to by his corner. Had Willis correctly called that a knockdown or penalized Davis's corner for interfering in the middle of the round, judges could have scored the round 10-8 in Roach's favor, giving the prohibitive underdog the margin of victory. It should have been a knockdown, Roach said. If that was a knockdown, I would win the fight. He's saying grease got in his eye. But if he takes a knee and the ref starts counting, it should be a knockdown. Davis's explanation seemed to upset the crowd further as they booed him once more. It's all cool, Davis said.
And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And
anyone doubting whether Roach was a serious threat to pull off the upset would have been convinced by the 7th round, when Roach appeared to hurt Davis with a counter right hand that landed awkwardly on the right side of Davis's face as he attempted to turn away from the shot. Roach wobbled Davis momentarily, but he continued to be disciplined in his approach, having noted the long list of fighters who were knocked out by Davis as they attempted to capitalize on an advantage. Roach continued to find success in the 8th round as the two exchanged their rear power hands, with the right hand of Roach doing more damage than the left of the southpaw Davis.